History time, guys. Got distracted with the beautiful horses. This is what it used to look like. Castle at the top and obviously settlement at the bottom. Right, Castle Hill, Ringwork and Bailey Castle is located close to the parish boundary, separating the wood green from Godshill. The castle is actually on the wood green side of the parish boundary, though it's often described as being in Godshill, overlooking the Avon Valley, which is over there, and the edge of the New Forest. Castle Hill provides spectacular views of over the river to chalklands beyond. An adjacent minor road runs along the hilltop ridge beside a good Godshill Wood and provides access to a number of popular viewpoints. This is Norman. Okay. In the violent times following the Norman conquest, this is a bit of background. Say that again. In the violent times following the Norman conquest of 1066, there was a need for relatively quick and easy to construct, secure temporary and sometimes not so temporary encampments to serve as a base from attacks which could launch and capture land defended. Motte and Bailey castles and similar ringwork and Bailey castles evolved to meet this needs and in some cases further develop as a defended aristocrat or manorial settlements. So basically this defended some rich bastard. Some royal. Motte and Bailey castles were built across the Northern Europe from, so it's a type of fortification basically. So this is not called Bailey Castle, it's called Castle Hill, but it's a type of castle. So it's basically made out of wood. They comprise of strong wooden and sometimes stone structure known as a keep, occupied by a military forces senior figures, built onto a raised moat and a steep-sided, frequently artificial conical shape. So this is man-made, and I can imagine it is the working class who made this. Conical shaped earthen mound and encircling a wooden palisade was often added increased security. Basically it's got a fence all the way around it and it's got a moat. So the Romans too are said to be probably have been active here, and the Norman castle may have not have been complete or was in part subsequently destroyed. So this is a possible Iron Age hill fort, but it was obviously adapted by the Romans and obviously the Normans used it as well. So it wasn't made by the Normans. But in reality, the origins of the Castle Hill fortifications remain at least a little uncertain, although it's quite a fort that here, overlooking the splendours of Avon Valley, a medieval army of a short space of time lived within the area, surrounded by the banks and ditches we see today. So it's possible hill fort, Iron Age. The Romans used it. The Romans were here before the Normans, I think. Yes. And then obviously the Normans used it as well. Obviously. That's it. Back off. Right, let's map my walk while we're here.